Well, a good afternoon to you. Thanks for clicking on to today's edition of the Long Range Discussion here. Mark Vaughan, and I'm looking north across the Campsies on what is a glorious afternoon. It really has been a beautiful day here across Scotland and across many parts of the UK as high pressure dominates, a slight breeze blowing out of the northwest, making it feel that bit cooler. But certainly classic temperatures for this time of year, 7 to 9 degrees Celsius, and the majority of the UK is enjoying this glorious sunshine. I'm spanning across here, and you can just see the extent of the clear skies. Absolutely glorious afternoon indeed. Certainly not the case across the southeast of the UK, and basically you're looking here at the current GFS chart of Meteor Group, and you can see here, if I skip to the right chart, you notice here the persistency in the rains across East Anglia, the southeast corner of the UK. But notice here, we've got some rain across Ireland starting to push in. This is 3 hours ahead from now, and you can see here this area of precipitation trying to knock its way in from the west. That will eventually reach the west coast basically later on tomorrow. But over the course of tonight, we're going to be seeing lingering rain across the southeastern part of the UK, feeling quite cold as well as a north wind blows in off the North Sea. You've got basically an area of low pressure here, folks, just off the Dutch coast, and that's rotating those winds in and making it feel very unpleasant indeed. But high pressure dominates. It's basically sandwiched between a frontal zone on the western flank of the UK and this area of low pressure here to the southeast. But you'll notice here as well across parts of eastern Europe, the cold air is producing snow showers across Moscow and through the Baltic nations as well. A large part of Central Europe remaining fairly dry, and also we've got an area of precipitation from the Alps down through Italy and across the eastern part of the Mediterranean. This is the upper level chart of the ECMWF. You notice here the cold air, very, very chilly air in fact, and certainly we're seeing a late season cold spell across the eastern part of Europe. We are seeing highs in the coming days, probably no better than about -6 or -7 across Moscow. Lows at night below -10, so certainly chilly for this time of year. And of course you would expect the numbers to start to rise at this time of year, but certainly nothing exceptionally unusual, but certainly it is below normal across a large part of Eastern Europe in through Scandinavia as well. But as I skip in to Tuesday here, you can notice here that we've got a push of milder air trying to work its way in off the Atlantic. There's a frontal boundary that's going to work its way across the UK over the course of tomorrow night. So along that frontal boundary, I'm going to show you quickly here, if I can pull it up, the precipitation chart. This is for 12 hours ahead from now. You notice here that the boundary is still remaining off the coast, and that will mean that we will see a clear night tonight. Light winds, clear skies, and a fairly chilly air mass aloft will allow for widespread frost to develop under those clear skies. Temperatures, I think, in rural areas widely down to about -2, -3 Celsius. The odd spot maybe -5 or -6. But certainly it's going to be a chilly night tonight. You can see here the precipitation lingering over the eastern part of the southeastern part of England. But if I skip through to 24 hours from now, you'll notice that band of rain trying to work its way into western areas. You're going to notice winds blowing pretty strong out of the west, the southwest or the south, and that will then progress basically west to east across the country over the course of Tuesday night. Expect very strong winds out of the southwest or south across, and particularly northwestern parts of the UK. But as I skip through the 36 hours, you notice that band pushing its way across the UK. On the backside, like we've seen with the last one, it will turn colder, and we are going to be seeing a strong westerly wind blowing during the day on Wednesday, As well as that, we could see some snow showers, especially over the hills, but with those squalls and showers rattling in on that strong west wind, perhaps gale force along the coast. It wouldn't surprise me if we see some hail, some sleet mixing down to lower levels. So it's going to feel raw. Temperatures will be pegged back rather than 7 to 9 across Scotland. You're going to be looking at more like between 5 and 6 Celsius. But factor in that strong, 15 to 25 mile per hour wind, gusts beyond 30 mile an hour. You could be expecting wind chills closer to freezing. But if you notice here, as I skip it to 48 hours, that frontal boundary pushing into the southeast of England. On the backside, we're going to be seeing those showers rattle through. We're going to have a look at the pressure chart, and we'll have a look and see what's going to take place here. So for 12 hours ahead from now, you notice here the high pressure dominating the area of low pressure that's been responsible for the heavy rain across the southeast, still lingering, and you see here in between the frontal boundary and this lower pressure here to the northwest and the lower pressure here to the southeast, you've got that wee pocket of high pressure that's producing the very, very glorious weather across the UK. But skipping ahead to 24 hours from now, and you'll notice here the isobars packing strong southwesterly winds. It's going to be a frontal boundary right here producing very heavy rain at times, especially in upslope areas of the Western Highlands, and certainly it's going to remain very windy across the majority of northern parts of the UK as well as Ireland over the course of Tuesday night. I think the strongest winds are going to be on Tuesday night. But if you notice here, this is again back the upper level pattern of the ECMWF. You're going to notice here by Wednesday that we've got those tightening of the isobars, strong upper level winds, jet stream winds, and of course we're going to be seeing those nasty conditions across the northern areas at the surface. But by Wednesday and the Thursday, you notice here that the colder air back in place, that frontal boundary has pushed through, and the winds are going to turn more out of the northwest, so it's going to feel quite raw Wednesday and Thursday. But by Thursday into Friday, you notice here that the milder air trying to push its way back in across the UK, kicks out the cold, and this actually sets the stage for a warming trend over the course of the weekend. This is Saturday, and into Sunday, you notice here the high pressure trying to build its way in, and gone is the more unsettled weather. We're going to be seeing a surge of milder air pushing up from the southwest. So it looks as if we're going to be seeing a pretty a chilly night tonight, clear skies, light winds for many. During the course of tomorrow, a fairly bright sunny day and feeling quite pleasant as well across a large part of the UK, always remaining wet, windy, chilly across the southeast corner. Tuesday night, we're going to be seeing that frontal boundary pushing in, heavy rain, strong south to southwesterly winds, gales, the severe gales across the northwest corner of Scotland. And then by Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be seeing much chillier conditions again. That wind making it feel closer to freezing in many parts. And then by Friday into the weekend, we're going to be seeing that warming trend, more settled conditions, and gone will be that unsettled weather. So keep checking back to my blog, Facebook, Twitter, first-hand weather, and I'll try and keep you up to date. Hope you have a great day, folks. Bye-bye.